So here we have the Shell app that you can put on your phone. I've now done so many fill-ups I can get £4.60 off fuel. I'm assuming that's one transaction. But something I found quite interesting on this is it's telling you how much CO2 that you've generated with the last fill-up. So it says I generated 443.04 kilograms of CO2, and I can offset that. I can't read this because the screen's wobbling. Did you know you could offset these emissions for £2.13? Tap here to find out how. So anyway, I'm not interested in finding out how, because that is just a con, right? So we'll just go to the more section and transactions, right? Okay, so these are the fill-ups that I've done. Now, yeah, that might seem like an awful lot of money, especially that one, Birch Hanger, £663. And then there's one down here, 464, 517. So the last fill-up was £244. So here's the transaction details. So that was the 9th of January this year. Okay. So £244, 142 litres of diesel. Thank you for visiting Shell. So how does 142 litres of diesel, go back, equate, there we are, focus, 443 kilograms of CO2. So 143 litres of diesel is about 130 kilos roughly in weight. So how come 130 kilos of diesel that you burn suddenly becomes 443 kilos of CO2? Maybe it's measured differently, but I doubt it, because a kilogram is 1,000 grams, and they're saying I produced 443 kilos from 140 odd whatever it was in diesel. Now, is that trying to make somebody guilty for how much they're using? And I can offset that for £2.13. So who's getting that £2.13? There's a scam on its own. So if I pay £2.13, I imagine, pay £2.13 to offset those carbon emissions, who's making money on £2.13? Because it isn't Joe Public. But it makes no sense. 140 odd kilos of diesel generates 443 kilos of CO2. That's a load of rubbish. You can't make something like that suddenly gain in weight. It's ridiculous. So that amount of fuel is going into HGV, and I'm only filling up one tank at a time. So I just thought I'd put that out there and see what you think.